How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Chainsaw Man episode review and recap. Today's episode is episode 2, Arrival in Tokyo. And I actually misspoke. It's not Shane. It's Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I'm going to keep up that joke because I like it. I like how it sounds. But before I go anywhere, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below. I like to hear what you think of the videos, and please subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this one. I enjoy doing the videos like this, actually, kind of just talking about what happens instead of going play by play. So in this episode picks up right after the first one, and I'm kind of glad that I don't get too spoiled on things, although when figuring out where the manga and stuff is now, I kind of got spoiled about some characters' machinations and things of that nature, which doesn't really affect too much how I'm going to see this show, because I was still thinking the same things before going in because of all of the publicity the manga has. That's Power, by the way. So we are introduced properly to Makima, and that's where the whole wolf, yes or wolf, my goodness, you guys will simp for anything, not kink shaming anybody here, right? But anywho, I do find it interesting that Denji even has to ask, is she a good person? And of course, Aki, what's his name? I gotta say his last name correctly the first time at least. His name is Aki Hayakawa. There we go. I'm just gonna call him Aki from now on. All right. He says, of course she is, because she saved his life. Dude has a sword on his back. It looks like most devil hunters that work for the public safety ones, apparently they might all have katanas and stuff like that. Pretty interesting if true. But we meet him, we meet Power. I'm going to be completely honest with all of you, even though Power does give 02 vibes from that one anime that everybody was going crazy, Darling in Franxx. I've not watched that. I guess I should. I like Power more than Makima on the whole right now, because spoiler things withstanding, this character seems a lot more honest than Makima. And what I'm saying by that is it is very obvious that she kind of seems like she's stringing Denji along. And when I say that, it's like she knows what she's saying, right? We all can't be that naive, right? Because when he asks her what's her type of guy, the Denji type, you don't even know him. So your favorite type of guy is a guy that has a devil inside of him and can transform into one. Cool. Denji's whole thing, his whole deal is to either get another hug from her, but apparently his overall goal now is to touch boobs, which is, it's comical, but it's reflected upon the character's adolescence. I do think he's 16. I believe he's 16, probably 17. Who knows what they'll do for people to not get upset about ages and all this other stuff. This is very much this technically should be TVMA, if we're going to be honest. But, you know, besides not saying F words or other 4-letter words, but you can just see his innocence and adolescence. Dude did not go to school, has been poor, has been living destitute all of his life. Well, at least up to the point where his father himself. And I feel bad for him, because he's super naive and it's coming off that way. But he fights dirty. He kicks Aki several times in the nuts when Aki beats him up, because he says, hey, if you're only in it for the money, people who were in it for the money that I work with, they all died. You're only for Makima. You're only for Makima, right? Don't even worry about it. Just know. And then she's like, I got to eat udon for the first time. I had a sausage. I got to sleep and someone paid for it. Dude feels like he's living up the part of the bargain that he made with Pochita already, because he gets to take a bath. He used up all of Aki's toilet paper, which is funny. He gets work with a hot chick. So I use air quotes for hot because pretty sure this is probably like the first girl he's ever been able to have a conversation with. And his drink, and apparently he didn't. So we're first led to believe he didn't use his chainsaw powers, even though that's what Aki wanted him to do to see if he was even useful. He wanted to use it because he's like, oh, it gets messy, because he has an axe. And it gets messy. And he's like, I just figured it'd be painless for the guy. And he's like, fiends, they go kill a fiend. I'll get into that. Fiends, devils, whatever have you, they kill people. He had his whole entire family murdered in front of him. The cops down there have families. Everyone's taking this serious but you. I don't really care about the cops down below. I'm just going to say I don't really care about the no-name cops. I don't give a damn. But saying that everyone's taking serious but him, and then this is where Denji comes up with his extra goal of touching boobs because he feels like something's missing. No, fool, you literally just said to this dude when he said, oh, you're going to make friends with him. If there's a devil I can make friends with, sure, because I ain't got no friends. That is what's missing, you dipshit. Denji is equal parts innocent, stupid, dumb, but at least earnest and pure in what his freaking intentions are. There you go. There you go. Aki. I'm looking forward to seeing what makes him special, because just seems like a regular human right now. But we have Power, who is a fiend. Now, what are fiends? And I do appreciate that Denji plays the role as the viewer, because he didn't go to school, right? We have no clue about this stupid world. Apparently, in Tokyo alone, there are thousands of civilian devil hunters. Now, I took civilian devil hunters as to be like, oh, just regular people, not those hired by the government. But maybe they include civilian devil hunters as in the police, because Power and Denji do go off patrolling and they get stopped by the police, and Maki told him, show this badge, say I'm part of Special Division 4, and they probably make a sour face and walk off because they can tell that these two are different, right? Excuse me. But I literally forgot my train of thought here. But for there to be thousands of them, I'm like, this world is okay. This is a regular occurrence, at least in Japan. I would really be interested in knowing what the Chainsaw Man world looks like in other parts of the world. Mostly America, because I'm American. I would love to know how things work out over in America. United States of America. But he serves as viewer because he asks, what's a fiend? A fiend is when a devil takes over a corpse. And Aki says it's very obvious what a fiend looks like because their heads are very much different. She's a fiend, but Power is a highly rational fiend that can converse. Now I'm going to put air quotes for rational because he is funny. But those horns, the horns stand out. You can't really walk around with them, so they try to patrol. Maki told him, patrol with her where there aren't a lot of people around, right? And this fiend that he just one-shotted, looks like he took over an old man's body. He was eating a bird, I guess a family pet or something, and did that. But he only cut his head off to not make a mess on the porno magazines on the ground, which he's like, porno secure, I have that. Okay. And he quickly accepts Power after he's like, well, how can a fiend join? And he sees her breasts and goes, you know what? I don't care. It's whatever. I sure hope that whole entire arc, I only care about, the whole female side, because he is very much a teenage boy. He very much is a young man. He's very much has no home training. Doesn't even fight fairly. As someone who's done some martial arts, there's a lot of moves that go for the groin anyway. So I don't really care about him hitting Aki in the nuts, even though because Aki beat him up, said I'm gonna keep beating you up every day. Throws a cigarette and spits on it on Denji to get it out. So I don't really care about all that, but I do hope that. I know it's not gonna calm down anytime soon, based on some of the manga panel shots I've seen, or just some of the things I've heard. Also, people are mad that apparently Makima in the manga has a big old voluptuous booty, which I get now that I've seen a bunch of cosplay, and a lot of e-girls, we'll use that word, we'll use the politically correct word, e-girls, have done cosplays of Makima, and I get it now. Who gives a damn? This is not the same thing as Bleach censoring the underboob of most of their female characters and adding on to it. This is definitely not the same thing. This is just, they focus, like, you're upset about that. Let's be more upset about the fact that the difference, and I love that, I'm glad that I'm like technically it's Friday when you see this, so technically 3 days removed from the episode showed, but people who are diehards for this said, yeah, it's pretty interesting that Denji couldn't tie his own tie in the anime just to have Makima tie it for him. They're really hammering home this Makima is his focus, but here's the thing. He cannot be seen insubordinate, and he cannot run off, because even though he is a human with apparently Pochita is alive in there because she has a good nose. No one's going to question how she has a good nose and he has different colored eyes. I will not get into that because I have my own theories, not even based on the stuff I've seen. But anyway, the fact that they're just going to kill him like a devil. As a matter of fact, the higher-ups want this special division that she has come up with, because Aki's team is full of weirdos already, he said. Well, apparently the higher-ups want to cancel this anyway. And guess what? You know what happens if you don't show results? If they dissolve it, they're probably going to kill them off, right? Which, okay. Still don't get how Makima seems like a good guy to you. Denji, you're heading in the right direction, buddy, because this is where my mind is going. But yeah, Power's great. I mean, this first of all, opening song's still great. The ending song is good, and I like that that she's rational, but Power's bad, saying, "Give me something to kill, human." Like smacks him back in the head. I want something to kill, and she tells him, "I used to be a very, very powerful devil. So just the sin of me alone, it's probably why there aren't any devils coming around." Which Denji puts two and two together, says, "Oh, if Aki is the one that put us together, he set me up so I couldn't kill him, do my work." But she picks up a scent, runs. There's another public safety devil hunter in a phone booth, because apparently they secure there. There's a sea cucumber devil, which is literally right behind the dude while he's in the phone booth talking. This thing probably can kill you, probably will kill you if it could, but the fact that it's just kind of waiting for him to get out of the phone booth, Power makes a hammer from her own blood, goes straight down, splats this thing, and she laughs maniacally, saying up to Denji up on a building, saying, "I got the first kill." Mwahahaha. I love Power. Power is best girl. Power's best girl. So I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'm looking forward to seeing them actually fight something that's a little bit more of a threat for them. Something that'll make them do some of that cool stuff I saw in the intro, with like the hammer and ball situation into the chainsaw. Speaking of chainsaws, apparently the chainsaws rip through Denji as well. They cut him as well, so he loses a lot of blood because he passed out twice. Once on Makima's chest, and then the second time when he woke up, he was in her lap and he was eating soggy udon noodles, to which he was still woofing. Woof woof like a dog. I hope that doesn't get old very fast. But all a decent second episode. If I give the first episode a 5 out of 5, I'll give this a 4, because not only is this animation above average, I like how we introduce the characters. We already have, right now, we know why Aki's serious, but even Denji says, it seems like this dude wants to protect other people, and he's on a revenge mission. Power is a crazed fiend that wants to kill things. Mostly devils, but she wants to kill things. And we know Denji is the adolescent child, so we're setting up characters here. I look forward to seeing. Saw a dude with a shark head. The angel-winged individual, can't tell if that's supposed to be non-binary or male or female, so I would say they. Looking forward to seeing that individual. There's also there's at least one or two other people I saw in there. I saw in that trailer. I saw in that opening. So who knows what we will see. Is there anything else that I am forgetting about this? Okay. So for Bleach, I do line of the episode, line of the day. I do love that Power, when she smells blood and runs, she says the game is afoot. That is wonderful. That has endeared me to her 125,000%. Yeah, I hope we see Pochita again. I hope possibly when Denji's like near death or something, Pochita probably talks to him like, so this is how all this just ends. Oh, and apparently bingo in Japanese is ping pong. So bingo, ping pong. So, all right, that's cool. Nice to see that two of our male leads get into a fist fight or a nut kicking fight. 4 out of 5 for me. Again, let me know what you guys think of the episode in the comment section down below. No, I don't think I've missed anything aside from the fact that Aki has been on the team for 3 years prior to Denji. I'm going to say if he's his 3-year senpai, Denji is around 16. I'm going to put this kid maybe at 18. Maybe he lost his family around 15 because he seems taller than all the others. So maybe, who knows? But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Be notified of more videos just like this. I promise you, I told you, I'm going to get them closer and closer to the day. Sometimes these things just need time to marinate, right? So, as always, thank you for taking some time out to listen to me talk about this rather impressive. I'm pretty impressed by this. I'm tempted to read the manga. Maybe I'll try to read the manga once we do our first part 1 stop with this series, which will probably be in like another episode 2, another 10, maybe 11 episodes. Who knows? But as always, be good, be blessed, wash those hands, be safe out there, be good to yourself, be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. Be safe, take care of yourself. Realize that you are never alone. There are people who would rather talk to you today than to be mourning you tomorrow. And with that, Chainsaw Man, we'll see you guys next time.